Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video on Dead Rails. And pretty much we do have a new update that just came up like a couple hours ago. But let's go ahead and just talk about like pretty much the little rundown dynamics of it so you guys have an understanding of what changed, what's new, and what we're not going to see anymore. So pretty much we do have a new little thing to our challenges board, and pretty much we do have our milestone, which are the ones that we do throughout our career, and now we do have weekly as well. And so everyone's going to have the exact same weekly ones, and they will switch after a certain amount of time. As you guys can see up here, it resets in 7 days. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you this. Pretty much the first one right here is where it's like sell 10,000 pretty much. It's not going to be in one game. It's going to be throughout multiple games. So it's going to include the revives as well. You could revive 15 people in multiple games and kill 200 enemies in multiple games as well. Another big thing that I want to go ahead and let you guys know about too is that we do have some new trains in the mix. And the trains are going to pretty much be, if I remember right, there's a ghost train, which is going to be this one right here, which you could go ahead and buy for 325 bonds. There's going to be this wooden train right here that you could buy for 285 bonds. And you're also going to have the passenger train, which is going to sell for 250 bonds. And I think we're going to go ahead and use one of these trains because why not? I think it looks beautiful, amazing. And we're going to definitely use it. And from my understanding, there's no new classes at all. But I'm just going to double check just to make sure, because I'm pretty confident there's not. Yeah, there's no new classes. So yeah, there's that. Also, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys this right off the bat, because this is one of the things that have been kind of a little nuisance to us whenever we do live streams. If you guys are not familiar with it, or you guys only watch the videos, we only do games during the live streams on Nightmare. And we do have issues where some people like to go ahead and glitch, or in some cases, I guess you could say exploit with the horse glitch, and luckily they have fixed the horse glitch, which is a big W indeed. Also, another thing I wanted to go ahead and add is just that once you guys are pretty much on the train, you guys know how with the cattle cart, for example, the cattle cart does have a kind of wooden beam at the end, or I guess you could say just a wooden like board, and sometimes when you would jump up you would fall out. So from my understanding, as of right now, they have fixed that to the point where you will no longer like fall off. And you can go ahead and jump at will, and you just will not have any like hindrances, or you won't like glitch out or lag out of the train. Also, there's another ability too. I'm not sure if you guys saw that, but pretty much, and I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I believe it's when you are on the ghost train. Pretty much whenever you do go ahead and kill something and the ghost train is close by, pretty much it does summon these guys right here to go ahead and assist you. I want to say it's the ghost train because it makes no sense what else it could be. Another cool thing about the glass bottles, before you weren't able to put them into your inventory, but now you are able to put them into your inventory. And you're actually able to toss them like a Mazel Tov too, so you'll be able to like launch it across. And it does break on impact, but it does do a little bit of damage from my understanding. Alright, so you guys know how pretty much when you go ahead and try to pull out Excalibur, one of the mini bosses comes out and sometimes he doesn't exactly shoot. So they actually did, with this update, fix that little issue that they had. So this guy should be able to be shooting. I'm not exactly sure if he's going to shoot us though, but he should be able to shoot us. Let's try to see if we could kind of tease him to shoot. Yep, there you go. So now he is shooting, and I am not going to wait here and find out what's on the other side of that cannon. Alright, so pretty much there is also different types of horses in the game that have just been added, as this one right here, Death, which is pretty much a rideable that you can go ahead and potentially get in the wild. I'm going to say potentially because I haven't exactly seen one in the wild yet, but definitely you could see the bandits have this just because the bandit did have this and he did die. And pretty much this is a horse of the apocalypse, and this is going to be one of the new ones they just added. And once you go ahead and grab this guy, it has an ability, and as you guys can see on the bottom, you are covered in angel tears. And so pretty much each horse that you find will potentially give you a different ability, so just keep that in mind. And I want to go ahead and say that pretty much concludes it. So I'm pretty sure someone's going to go ahead and just ride the train for us. I'm not exactly sure who it's going to be, but it's going to be someone here. But let's go ahead and just talk about the update. So pretty much I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a summary of what we kind of talked about and things I haven't gone over yet. So the first main thing is that there's 3 new trains. You guys did see them, the wooden one, the ghost one, and the passenger train. You also have the horse flying glitch is officially fixed. You can't really glitch anymore with it. Thank God, because that was definitely a problem whenever I do live streams and stuff where people would just go ahead and buy all the stuff in front of us, and since we played on Nightmare, it was very difficult to go ahead and try to get materials. Another thing, you are now able to jump on the train without flying. So if you're on the train and you're jumping, you won't fly off, from my understanding. I think that's what it is, but I think it's mainly specific for the cattle car, where there is like a kind of like a little wooden wall there, and when you jump, sometimes you do glitch out. But I think that's what it's mainly meant for, but it could potentially be for other trains as well. New weekly challenges. We did go over those. There are the weekly ones that do have a timer on them, so just keep that in mind. And you could go ahead and get free bonds and extra stars on those. Ability to wield objects to other objects, allowing for more complex builds. I did try to do that, however, I didn't exactly understand how to do it, but pretty much you could go ahead and put stuff that is already wielded on the train, and then you can put something on top of it and wield it on. As long as the base is wielded onto the train, you could go ahead and stack stuff. Another thing is that glass bottles, you can now equip them and you can also throw them, so they'll definitely go into your hotbar and you'll be able to throw them as well. Let's see where we at. Fix bugs, where the shop would sometimes charge you twice if you were to spam. So if you did put something on here and if you went ahead and clicked this like multiple times and it charged you twice, they did fix that. Fix the bug with Goliath, or the mini boss, or as I call him, the Hulk, the medieval, where he couldn't shoot his cannon before, but now he's going to be able to shoot his cannon. So just keep that in mind. Be a little bit of a safe distance, because he will knock you out in about 2 shots, and if you're on Nightmare, it'll knock you out in 1 shot. Horses of the Apocalypse spawn throughout the desert. Claim them to use their powers, and as you guys did see, there is death. However, I believe there are multiple other ones. Just don't quote me on that. There is new music for each location, or for certain locations, so just keep that in mind. Obviously, I don't play the music because I don't want to get copyrighted, but there is new music out there. And being covered in blood heals you if you are a vampire class, and if you are a zombie and you are covered in zombie blood, it does heal you. So that is definitely a big W for the zombies, since they can't exactly use medical equipment. But yeah, that pretty much sums it up, guys. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. We'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care.